Hey, Frugal friends, welcome back to the Frugal Father channel here on YouTube. I'm excited to have you guys here with us today. I want to talk about the downside of side hustles. There are so many positives, but I want everybody to be aware that when they get into the side hustle, that there are, of course, downsides. There's downsides to everything, but I know a lot of people don't talk about the downsides, so let's get into it. I got my notes right here, so I don't lose track for anyone. Side hustles are great. They provide a secondary source of income. They can provide you financial freedom depending on how large you can scale your side hustle. Or it could just be an outlet for, a passion that you have. Whatever it is, just think about the whole picture of it, not just the money or creativity aspect of the side hustle. All right, first one is time management. That's key. You're balancing a full-time job and then you're balancing a secondary job, right? It's a second job everybody's got. So, whether you use your phone, whether you use paper, whether it's just all up in your head, but time management. Okay, can I get a job done during my lunch break? Can I get a job done on my way home from work? When can I make, for instance, a YouTube video like I'm doing right now? When is the time that I'm doing it? Am I effectively managing my time so that I'm not missing out on activities or social things or family or friends? Just consider how much time that you're willing to put into your side hustle. Second one is your health. We all get sick sometimes. Your side hustle or secondary job could have you working certain hours, right? Like, you have to be doing this job at this time and this time. Well, what if you get sick? Or, another aspect of health is stress. What is your stress level going to be? It's going to be increased because you're not only going to be exhausted from your main job, but you're also going to be tired from your second job. Even if it's a passion of yours, whether it's making honey or creating content or whatever it is, it's still additional stress on you. So just be mindful of that. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, your mental health, all of that good stuff, because if you can't be healthy and there for the people in your life, it's not worth it. Number 3, strain on relationships. Again, it kind of goes back to that time we're putting into the side hustle. If your friends want to go out one night for dinner or drinks or a comedy show, whatever it is, are you going to be willing to go if you have to do a side hustle? That's that balance. If your spouse wants to sit down and have a movie date night at home, and you're like, nope, I got to work on editing a video, or I have to go and complete these surveys online, or whatever your side hustle is you're saying no to that person, and how often. Kids, of course, you don't want to miss any like games or practices or activities, whatever it is. So just make sure that you're aware of the impact your side hustle is having on your relationships. You don't want those strained or to go away, because they're there supporting you through your side hustle. So you need to make sure that you're there for them when they need you. Okay. 4 is uncertainty in income. Side hustles are great. But the income piece is very different. You get to pick your jobs, whether you're doing drop shipping, whether you're doing Instacart, whether you're doing content creation, whatever it is, your income is unpredictable. It's not your 9 to 5 where you're kind of getting, what you're getting every 2 weeks in your paycheck or monthly or whatever the case may be. So understanding that your income's going to fluctuate. So just be mindful of that, or set goals for yourself. Like if you want to earn, $25 extra a week or $100 a month, whatever it is, and you can achieve it, that's great. But again, it's not going to be consistent like your 9 to 5. Number 5 is taxes. That's a key. When you get into earning extra income, you have to stop and think, okay, if I didn't create a business, it's going to affect my personal taxes that you file as an individual. So how how is that going to be impacted? Is it going to be impacted significantly? Not at all. And if you are creating a business, learning about all those write-offs, getting into that IRS tax code, learning first, of course, how to set up the business, right? So all those pieces you have to think about and come into play as your side hustle grows, or how you initially start it. Number 6, the initial investment. What is the initial investment? Do you have to buy a camera? Do you have to buy a better phone to do some of the jobs if there's apps? I can't even think of what else. Whatever that initial investment is, whether it's time or money, equipment, just understand that that's a factor as well. And how much are you willing to put into it to get started? Number 7 is burnout. Burnout. That's a thing. You can burn out from your 9 to 5. You can burn out, you burn the candle at both ends. You're working again your 9 to 5, and then you're working in the evenings or weekends, whatever your case may be. But just take time to make sure that you de-stress, that you have fun, you enjoy life, because that's what it is. I know inflation is eating us all alive, but we can't get burnt out. So just remember that. 8, limited growth potential. So what does that mean? So sometimes you're just doing the same jobs, so for instance, you're doing surveys online. That's all it is. You're just doing surveys. You may get some higher paying ones than other higher paying ones. It just depends. Some of the ones that I do, the amounts vary. So, I can grow, but I can only grow so far because I'm only willing to travel so far for these, small jobs that you can do in grocery stores or retail stores. Unlike your 9 to 5, where you can grow, you can get career training, you can move up in various levels in an organization or a company, take different jobs, but your side hustle may just be limited to what it is they're asking you to do. Number 9 is market saturation. So if you have everybody out there selling sweaters, for instance, you make sweaters, are you really going to be able to set yourself apart? And how are you going to set yourself apart? How are you going to get your product or your item noticed? How are you going to stand out and distinguish yourself, whether you're a content creator or whatever the case may be? So just something to think about. And last but not least, number 10 is impact on your main job. We've kind of touched on it a little bit, but let's get into it a little bit more. So that impact on the main job, you might be sitting there, having to put together a project or having to talk to customers, but your mind might be wandering. Your mind might be like, oh, I got to think of this. This is a great idea for a YouTube video. This is great information I need to share with people. Or if you sell a product, like, okay, well, how can I reach this audience? Or I need to design my label differently, whatever it is. You're taking your mind away and your time away from your primary job that's earning you that steady income. So just think about it, making sure you can kind of draw clear lines. When you're at work, you're focused on your main job. And then, if you have a break or lunchtime, then maybe spend a little bit of time if you need to write stuff down or do some research or whatever it is. And then, of course, then when you're off work is where you can devote more of your time to the items that need to be addressed for your side hustle. So I hope that you guys found some value in this. Just things to think about when you get started. Some things I thought about, not everything on this list actually I thought about. When I was doing some research, I found some great things to consider. But still stay out there, still side hustle. I truly believe in it. Again, you can make it as big as you want, as small as you want. That's the beauty of a side hustle, is you're in control and you can do as much or as little as you want. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Take care of yourself. Happy savings, and I'll see you guys in the next one.